All right, welcome back everybody. Day 2, Colt starting with this little filly named Casey. And I haven't done anything since yesterday's video. A lot of these, as time goes on, as I post over the next few months, there'll be a lot of gaps where I work the horse and don't get it on camera. As it happens today, my camera girl was able to be here and I was able to do 2 days in a row. So I haven't done anything since the last video. And there's a set of skills that horses need to have, or at least I believe they need to have before I ride them. And I want to start putting those in place. And I don't know that it makes a difference what order they are learned. But she does need to know all those things. So one of the things that she needs to know from the beginning is how to move her hindquarters. And so I'm going to work on that, and then I'll turn her loose and see how much she remembers yesterday from point, cluck, spank. Okay, so this is how I teach this. Look at her hip, and she moved it. That's pretty good. Pretty good. So let's see if that was an accident or she actually understood. Now that's what I thought. Tap the air. All right, good. So I'm not going to tap her with the stick unless I need to. You can also do this with the tail end of your lead rope or coils of a lariat. There's, you know, a lot of ways to do it. This is just the way I kind of like to do it. Look at it. I went ahead and tapped her there because I wasn't sure she was being serious about paying attention to me. And if you do tap them, you want to rub that away. Okay? And this thing, this isn't hurting her. I mean, you know, I can whack my arm with it. It's not painful. And it's not nearly what that lead mare in the herd would do to her. If the lead mare looked at her and said, move your hip, and she didn't move it, she'd take a chunk of hide right out of her hip there. Okay, so it's nothing compared to that. All right, that's pretty nice. Good. Good. Very good. Let's try the other side. It's possible she's been taught this before. I don't really know if her owners have taught her anything. Okay. She does seem to be, you know, pretty well prepared for getting started under saddle. She doesn't have any bad habits really, and she's not pushy too much or flighty or anything like that. I think she's going to be in pretty good shape. All right, so that's pretty good. Let me check out the other side. All right, I'm pretty pleased with that. Once more on this side. Not quite as good, but okay. That one she didn't really step over. I want to see those hind legs cross. I don't want her to just shuffle. I want her to cross her hind legs. She's not. There, she did. There. Okay. This is a very foundational move. You have to have this if you are going to be able to have control of your horse. Okay. Almost stepping over there. Okay, so she's not stepping across like I'd like her to, but she is yielding, so we'll take that for now. Okay, so now I'm going to turn her loose. This will be second session with her just open here in the round pen. And you can see she's pretty friendly. She doesn't really have any great need to want to run off, so I like that. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what she remembers. Point, cluck, spank. And she looked at me when I pointed, but she didn't go. So I think she was kind of remembering it, but wasn't sure if I was going to enforce it or whatever. So here we go. Beautiful. Point and cluck, and she loped off. Didn't have to spank. Love it. Okay, she slowed down. Let's do it again. That time she went on the point. That's the first time. But all I did was point and she sped up. So she's starting to get the lesson. That shows me she's pretty smart. She turned in on her own there. I'm going to let her. What happens after you've done this a little bit is horses will start doing that because they figure out that when they turn in, they get to rest. And so if they start playing me, and then I'll maybe not let them. But I love that right there. This horse she's doing great. She's doing great. So I haven't had to spank the ground since the very first time there. She's just taken off really nicely. So she retained that lesson from yesterday very well. And you saw me tying her to the post at the end of the lesson. I cannot overemphasize how important that is. Don't just take your horse after you've trained them and go stick them back and pour feed in their bucket and whatever. Give them time to process what they've learned and think it over. Nice. Okay, so what I told you yesterday, I have to be able to move her feet. Have to be able to do that. Let's switch. Let's switch it up. Nope, she's wanting to. Nope. There, babe. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Oh yeah, this little filly's pretty smart. I like that. So I'm losing a little momentum right there. Good, good. She's understanding my point. When I get her under saddle, point, cluck, spank turns into squeeze, cluck, spank. Once you get that rhythm down, it's a big advantage when we start riding them. Okay. Okay. And I had a couple questions yesterday about hooking on, or I forget how the question was phrased. What about having her come to you? And I think I mentioned it yesterday. I think that's important. But it doesn't have to always happen. In my program, it doesn't have to happen right away. Okay, I didn't like that. Okay. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, there. I was asking her to yield her hindquarters, and she did. Let's try it again from this side. Nope, she did not. So she doesn't know that lesson very well. I thought I was going to get it, but so she's not being bad. She just doesn't understand what I'm asking her to do. She's trying to figure it out. Maybe she will. Okay. What she did do there was cut across the middle of the pen and lick her lips. So what I'm working on is getting her to turn into me on this left side. So let's give her a little time to kind of work on this and figure it out. Okay, she turned, looked at me there. Pressured her hip a little bit more. Now let's And what I'm doing here is every time she looks at me, I back up and release the pressure. When she looks away, I come in here and pressure her hip. There. Okay. She looks away, I come in and pressure her hip. There. So I'm just working on getting her to face me on this left side. There. There. This is all just pressure and release. There's no magic whispering to it. Just pressure. Release the pressure when they do what you want. Okay. Gently pressure that hip. Filly is not real sensitive or flighty, which I really like. That was nice. That was nice. And she's also not real dull. To me, she's perfect as far as her sensitivity level. And you know, you work with them wherever they're at. If they're real sensitive and flighty, you don't need nearly as much pressure. If they're dull and lazy and spoiled, you need a lot more pressure. Okay, right there, she's still not quite getting the lesson. Okay, there. Okay, there we go. There, she's starting to get it. Good, good, good. Now she's going to follow me a little bit, so there's your hooking on right there. See if she'll come this way, and she did. Oh, she started to. Good.